Welcome to my haunted outhouse where you can smell the evil. Hey everybody, it's Shapey Poo. I was doing a little research in one of my last videos, and let me just get this out here. When I'm making videos, I'm always making 2 or 3 videos at one time, right? So sometimes in a video I'll reference something. I'll reference a video thinking that it went out before this video did, and I'll reference that video, but instead this video will go out before that one did. Does that make sense? Because you're filming 2 or 3 videos at one time, sometimes you'll put one out before the other. That's just in case it happens. But I was researching some of the other channels I've debunked in the past to kind of see where they are today. Like, are they still doing YouTube, what have you? And that's how I came across my haunted project. Oh boy, a video they had really stood out to me while, just eyeballing what they done lately, thumbnails and titles. And boy, I'm glad I clicked on it, because while I thought they were off doing bigger and better things like television, because remember they said YouTube basically wasn't good enough for them and their content. But in this video, they debunk a debunker. They blocked the name of the debunker. It was a post that the debunker had left, saying that, they move stuff with fishing line in a particular clip, and they're debunking a debunker. I was like, wow, that's cool. I'm here to debunk their debunk of a debunker. Inception levels of debunking. Let's get into this bad boy. Obviously, if I'm making this video, then I probably found something at least worth addressing, and oh boy, did I ever. What they did was they done experiments, which, hey, any paranormal investigator that wants to prove a debunker wrong and do experiments and stuff like that, that's awesome. That's fantastic, and they deserve a bit of respect for that. But when you're doing the experiment, you got to rule out all the variables, as many as you can, and not only that, you got to do it fair, unbiased, when you're, running these experiments, and not mess with it and manipulate it to benefit your outcome. And unfortunately, when I was watching them, what they did was a vinegar bottle that was on the counter at the haunted hotel moves, apparently by poltergeist. Somebody called them out for it. So what they did was, we're going to show you all the footage, raw footage, on our laptop that shows the time go all the way up to the point that it happens, and way before. That way you can see they're not setting a string up or something. But boy, did they do it badly. Now, my haunted hotel, ladies and gentlemen.
Our ability to document our locations 24/7 is allowing us to capture groundbreaking moments. And here at My Haunted Hotel, these moments will cement themselves in history.
It will cement these moments in history at My Haunted Hotel and all that lurks therein. I missed that. I know obviously they missed me. Pretty sure I'm not going to get any lashback for this one. But man, I missed that voice. Hello there. My Haunted Hotel. It's very scary.
But during this ongoing investigation, we believe that we have found evidence that 2 young children manifest here by the names Billy and Sarah.
Reflection, lens flare, something on the lens. What it doesn't look like to me is a little kid peeking out the door.
But to support that claim would take something extraordinary. That moment has arrived.
I was taking some guys up to put the luggage in the function room, and while I was just having a polite conversation with them, most insane audible thing I've ever heard in this building. Check this out.
Catch you up, they catch a disembodied voice of what sounds like a gigantic chipmunk or a kid saying something. They're pretty much the only, which is my haunted franchise, the only ones that catch these type of disembodied voices that are so loud it sounds like somebody yelling. I want you to hear it and you'll understand why. I don't know. I can't prove that it's not a disembodied voice, but you also can't outright say it's not furniture, like dragging across a wooden floor.
Guys, this is the raw footage from the camera system here at My Haunted Hotel. As you can see, the time here, 45 minutes past 2. It's 2:45 in the afternoon, Thursday the 8th of August. We have Harry in here and the 2 guests They're stood in the function room, which is right here in this doorway. This is the stair camera here. We're also going to show you the corridor camera, which is above here. As you can see, completely empty. Staircase completely empty. It is only these guys in here. And here is the sound isolated from first the function room.
Don't run up the stairs and go up into the function room. Please tell me you know that I heard that was bad, wasn't it?
I did hear it. Heard it pretty clear, but they got 2 camera angles, which is good for us because the next camera angle is much louder and you can hear it much better. And it very well may not be furniture dragging across the wooden floor. It could be, I don't know, somebody standing at the top of the stairs with the phone and you run your voice through an editor, change the pitch and the reverb a bit and make up some strange sounding voice and just playing it loud for the camera. Could be, but let's just go.
The next sound you will hear is isolated here from the stair camera. I believe it says, "My name's Billy."
It does sound like it's saying, "My name's Billy." But there's more than 2 camera angles, I'm sure. They have cameras set up those stairs, like down the hall and everywhere. Why they're only allowing us to hear 2 camera angles makes no sense unless somebody's standing up on the 2nd floor that they don't want you to see running some kind of software making that voice. So, guys, why don't you show other camera angles? It's awfully loud. We should hear it other places. So why don't you guys show all the cameras when that sound happened?
Something insane happened to you when you arrived earlier today. What time did you arrive roughly? And you were speaking to Harry in the function room?
This must have been about 1:45, 10 to 2 we got here. Seen Harry in the, downstairs and got talking, and then we came up, asked to put our stuff up here, and then we got to talking to Harry on the function. Basically, we're just, as I said, having a wee chit chat, and then this unusual voice came from the staircase, which we thought was a young child.
I can't necessarily debunk that disembodied voice. It's so easy to fake though, it's unreal. But yeah, I have to give them the benefit of the doubt because I can't necessarily debunk it. I guess I'll say it could have been real, being as I can't debunk it. But next coming up is visual evidence. And you know how I love me some visual evidence. I just hope it ain't that guy with the glasses. Ugh, I can't stand him.
Tonight we're going to be...
Oh no, come on now. Shoo, I tell you, I can't win for losing. Not you. My arch nemesis. Ooh. But I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna do that low-hanging fruit of having the fist of therapy, hit him and bust his glasses. I ain't doing it this time. I promise. See, I need a break.
Be experimenting on actually how we could fake something that has been claimed to have been fake that we've caught on camera. Now, this is the now very infamous vinegar bottle that a lot of people have said that there was fishing wire, magnets, all these different things. I think someone claimed that it was CGI at one point. There's absolutely crazy claims, and we get them quite often.
Well, that comes with the territory, my friend. If you're going to make outlandish claims, people are going to look at it through a magnifying glass, especially now that debunkers have popped up. You guys had free reign for far too long. That being said, what I say in this video is my opinion, unless I specify that it's a fact, which will be happening shortly.
And that's absolutely fine, really, as long as they are backed up with some form of evidence.
You remember you said that because I'm getting ready to show you why there's levels to this stuff.
And what we're going to do, guys, is we are going to show you the full timeline of when the bottle is placed right up until it moves.
And by full timeline that he's going to show you, what he meant to say was he's going to show you some of it, and he's going to skim and even completely pass up some very important key moments. When you got a mouse and you're showing the timeline, you can scroll it at the bottom to make the time go by quicker. And sometimes if you scroll quick enough down that bottom timeline, you can skip whole sections. You'll have 5 people in a room, you'll skip it 2 minutes and 2 people disappear. Anyway, let's watch.
Okay, so here you guys are. You're placing the bottle down on the side there. We can just see you guys walk in. We're going to play this little segment. Here you go. There's Gibbsy with the vinegar bottle, which he places just down here, as you can see. And there we go. You guys get ready to have your dinner. Harry comes in. We are moving now way over to about 6:10. Dan Caravan comes in. The rest of the team arrive. And we now move on to 6:45. You can see us actually having our team meeting here. We continue all the way past 7 o'clock. Still, no one has touched that bottle. Move on now. It's almost 8 o'clock. We're past 8 o'clock now. Still, no one has touched the bottle.
So far, so good. You're going a bit fast, obviously. You know, we're even missing some frames. But I'll take your word for it. But let's move on.
We continue, and that there is where Harry touches the bottle. Now, what he's doing is just what Harry does. He fiddles with things.
Yes, Harry here. Harry just fiddles with things. You know, he slides vinegar bottles back and forth on the table, and it just so happens that vinegar bottle's about to move.
He's done it so he can lean down, right?
Yeah, so here we go. We're going to show you this segment. This is the raw footage, as you can see. There's Brett Jones coming out the toilet. And we are just doing what we do every Monday and Tuesday, which is have our team meeting before filming. Harry's doing nothing but just fiddling with the bottle.
Not gonna lie, it does look pretty bad when a dude is sliding the exact bottle that's about to slide on its own. Now, I'm not saying he's not fidgety and stuff, he could be, but it does look a bit peculiar, to say the least. But that's not what we're focused on. We're focused on after, the clip I'm about to show you. Now, the reason we're focused on it is because once he leaves that bottle alone and quits fidgeting with it, they say it does not move until the paranormal thing moves it. Okay, let's take a look.
Then, we move on, and the bottle does not move from that position until it actually moves. So,
did you see it? So far, the paranormal thing hasn't happened yet. He's just been skipping through it, fast forwarding it quickly. After that guy quit messing with it, he said it didn't move at all until the paranormal event takes place. And if it didn't move, that means there's no way they could put a string on it, obviously. So, if I can prove that it moves, then that debunks you completely, because everything you say afterward is a moot point because I showed you that it moved. Let's look at that one more time.
we move on, and the bottle does not move from that position until it actually moves. So,
This is the exact clip where he says the bottle does not move from that position yet. Watch right here. Bam! It moved. Keep in mind, this is before the paranormal event. So the bottle should have stayed in that exact spot. And clearly here, we can see the bottle moving as he sits down, as they cut to it. Look at the scroll wheel as well. And with the first bottle move, he speeds up the timeline. Let's recap. The first bottle move coincides with this dude sitting down. As you can see right here. When he sits down, that's when the bottle moves. And also, they skip through about 9 seconds of footage. It might not be important, yet it could be very important. But, once again, we clearly see that the bottle moved from the position when he said the bottle didn't move at all. And that completely debunks your video. We showed that it moved 100%. And before anybody says that, oh yeah, because he fast forwarded past the part where it had moved by accident or something. Oh no, we'll get to that. It hasn't moved yet. I mean, it's moved, but it hasn't moved by the paranormal yet. We're getting to that now. So they're already debunked. But let's watch.
So, Gibbsy is now at his laptop. And that is the moment it moves there. We're going to play this.
Also, they skipped quite a bit of time. And I'll show you that little bar. See the bar down below, they can use their mouse to speed it up and stuff like they've been doing. And they skipped a segment that's just enough time to put a string there. And that's not all though. They also went into, what is that, night vision mode? Right. I do mean right. When the paranormal happens. Because the string would show up more on color. It's just, and I'm going to show you that later too. But let's digress. There's a hard cut when they jump to night vision. I want you to watch, and I think I know what happened. They jump to the night vision, then the bottle moves. But look right here. They went and hit the arrow that says next time period, and then it cuts to the night vision. So comment below, how does that work? How much time did they skip? Comment below, and please let me know.
Gibbsy is using his laptop with one hand. His other arm is down here, resting on his lap. And there, you can see the first switch of the bottle, and the rest of it moves.
It looks exactly like it's being pulled by a string. Also, look at this. This is the clip before the first time the bottle moved. This is the clip after the paranormal. First time it moved, you can see that guy in the background standing there. Second time, when the paranormal happens, he's over there, so we know it's not the same clip. That's definitely a string or wire of some kind pulling that vinegar bottle. And for anybody that says the bottle movement I pointed out and the poltergeist bottle movement was one and the same, well, I'm going to show you screenshots. Screenshots that show it's two different times. One is right before, well, a little while before, but they said nobody had touched it. All the way up to a screenshot of when it moved by the poltergeist. And the guy in the background is standing in two different spots. When they go to debunk themselves, I want you to see how bad the string looks and how sloppily they put it on there. Now, apparently somebody said it could be condensation on the bottom of the bottle, causing it to slide across a wet, unlabeled surface. And they're testing that, but it doesn't look like a condensation slide to me.
Now, you do see a little bit of movement. I would say maybe a tiny bit, but it's not crossing the whole table.
You know, I think they're pointing out things nobody even said. Oh, condensation moved it. No, not like that. Not one person capable of thinking properly would have said condensation made it move like that. It makes no sense. I mean, if it's like a downhill slope, sure, but that's not what we saw. It's a string. And we're getting ready to see them tie fishing line and move it that way. Remember, we don't know how much vinegar was in the bottle when the poltergeist moved it. Now they're doing a recreation with string. There could be less vinegar in it. We don't know. But we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And remember, if they're faking something, they're not going to leave a big glob of fishing line tied around the top just hanging off. Sloppy like. You're going to hide the fishing line, obviously. You don't want people to see it. But if they leave a big glob at the top of it, that can throw the bottle off balance, believe it or not. Especially an emptier bottle. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
So I'm just tying some fishing line now along the top. So a few people mentioned the top moved as if it was pulled. So what we've done, we've tried to get the fishing line at that kind of nice safety point. I'm going to try and pull it and just see how that looks on camera. So you're the one that was accused of it, Gibbsy.
Post-editor shape here, I just realized that bottle's empty. They brought it to eat lunch with the vinegar. So why does it sound like this?
Okay, that looked really different to what I...
Didn't look too different, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just keep on trucking, baby. By the way, if you had faked it, and tied string there, you wouldn't have done it at the top like that, because it would have showed up on the camera. You would have maybe taped it on the far end of the bottle that we don't see from our camera view, down toward the middle, or even the bottom. You see what I'm saying? So we can only hope that you're doing it right, that you're tying it right the way a faker would have. Let's keep going.
I expected.
Can we do it again, please? Try and pull as slowly as possible.
Oh. That sort of replicates it a little bit.
It
right?
did spin, I noticed.
That looks eerily similar to the supposed paranormal footage that we saw earlier. In fact, I'm going to compare them at the end, and I'm going to show you just how much they do look alike. You notice how quick they pointed out the only difference between the way they moved is because when they tried to fake it, it kind of spun this way. It's strange they pointed it out that quick, don't you think? It's like you can stop that from happening. You could maybe tie the line tighter, which you would have done when you're faking something so it wouldn't be hanging off where everybody can see it. That and the fact when you look at the footage, without the night vision, you can clearly see the string, which would be convenient for you guys, but because right before the paranormal happened, it jumped to night vision. To make it harder to see the string, maybe? I don't know. But let's keep going.
So we're now going to replicate it with the camera in IR mode, which is the same as when this was captured.
In the video, I've been saying night vision mode, but I meant IR, just so you know.
As you can see, our attempt to replicate is completely different to the original footage, and the vinegar bottle remains a mystery.
Nope, not a mystery. I wonder why they didn't put these two side by side instead of front to back, like I'm about to do after we recap. Let's recap. The first bottle move coincides with this dude sitting down, as you can see right here. When he sits down, that's when the bottle moves. And also, they skip through about 9 seconds of footage. It might not be important, yet it could be very important. And as our buddy here fools with a bottle that's soon to move, which is already strange, you can kind of see a glint right here. It could be a reflection, or it could be fishing line. And conveniently enough, they transition to night vision right as the paranormal happens, right here. But they don't just cut to night vision. I want you to watch. It's like there's a hard cut. Watch this. You see that? Those two guys have moved. The before and after night vision looks very different. As you can see here, he scrolls really quickly through the timeline, like real fast at times, and we can't say for sure when the string was attached to the bottle. It could have been 30 minutes before the paranormal clip. Always pay attention to the scroll bar. But what looks suspicious to me is this guy right here. He stays around that bottle of vinegar a lot. And we can't see the scroll bar down there either at times. So, yeah, but this guy's just like Flash Gordon, and he's bouncing all the way around that table. Plus the scroll bar is not visible again. I'd rather my haunted hotel actually upload raw footage an hour before the paranormal event and 30 minutes after without them cutting and moving that so fast you can't see anything. Now there's one of the owners right there, and this is when they say, look, it's raw footage. And he comes over here and starts playing with the vinegar bottle and sliding it back and forth, even though it's about to move here shortly. And also we can't see the scroll bar again. Plus we don't have no audio. This guy, the owner there, messing with the vinegar bottle could be like, I wonder how we can fake this. Oh yeah, you can't see the scroll bar either. He's sliding the bottle back and forth. And look how fast they just skip through all that right there. And look who's standing at the bar. And this is when the bottle moves, when he sits down. Comment below, how'd that time stamper disappear like that? And right before, we see the paranormal clip of the bottle moving by itself. Comment below. I do think it's the guy sitting at the laptop that moved this bottle, but it could really be anybody in this room or somebody off camera. I mean, we don't know for sure. You would think it would be him moving it with his left arm because we can't see his hand. that would be a pretty good spot to do that. But I can tell you this, it was moved by a string. So their experiment with the paranormal, side by side, look at them, they're identical. They got the same wobble at the top and everything. Nope, I done debunked you with the bottle moving when you said it never moved past that point. I already done that. And I can also say that it was a string that pulled it. See, you did the footage one at a time. The faked footage that you did, and then the poltergeist footage. But you didn't run them side by side. And they look almost identical. Because I took the liberty of doing that myself. Mind you, okay, the camera jumped from daytime footage to night vision right before the poltergeist attacked the bottle, which would make it harder to see the string. But on your recreation, you have a flashlight, even during the night vision footage that you're showing us, that the fake that you did, you have your camera light shining on the string. We didn't have that in the poltergeist footage. We didn't have, you know, a bright light showing the string. It's almost as if you want us to see the string in the night vision stuff. Like, see, you can see this string, but it wasn't on the poltergeist video. But the problem is, in the poltergeist video, you didn't have a light on it. Keep in mind, we see the one with the string at the top because he has a light directly on it. But the supposed paranormal one at the bottom does not have no direct light on it. So, you guys got debunked again. On the bottle part moving, when you said it didn't move until the poltergeist moved it, we debunked it. There's no doubt about it, no argument. Showed you right in front of your face that yes, it did move. So that made everything you said afterwards, like I said, there was no point in it because it did move, which means it was picked up and messed with because it moved. Mind blowing. But I'm good at what I do. But guys, that's the end of the debunk. I appreciate you. I'm just going to be blabbing, so if you don't want to hear that, I'm just talking to the members and patrons that just tell them thank you. But I'm done with the debunk, so I'm saying I don't want to waste your time if you don't want to hear that stuff. But I appreciate you and I love you. Now, you members and patrons, I truly appreciate you. I really do. It means a lot. A lot of support you guys have showed, and lately the support's been massive. I had a few comments of somebody. One person asked me, he said, have you been shadow banned? I was like, he said, dude, you were growing fast, and it's like you've been stuck at 27,000 subs for a long time. Oh, buddy, I know. Not worried about it so much, but yeah, I've been at 27K subs for like a year, and I was growing a lot quicker, but I'm not complaining. I was just, that was a comment that was left. I could be shadow banned, I don't know, but I was growing fast and then it stopped, like I got kicked out of the algorithm. But what I'm saying is thank you, because you guys put me back in it. You greased the wheels, because the extra support allows me to do more, take more time on the videos, make better videos. And each one of you that I list at the beginning of a video, or in a super thanks, or PayPal, whatever, it means a lot. It really does. And I will figure out a way to thank you. And I am doing live streams very soon. I've ordered some stuff. It's on its way. Keeping my word, live streams this year. Love you guys. I appreciate you. Join Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook, where we talk debunking 24 hours, 7 days a week. Love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video. Y'all come back now. You're here. Peace.